of metal, which were transported to two-story-high welding machines. Over to one side were technicians in white coats making motherboards, radios, and more electronics. Other people were in a special airtight glass chamber, building the capsules that rockets would take to the International Space Station. Tattooed men in bandanas were blasting rock music and threading wires around rocket engines. There were completed bodies of rockets lined up one after the other, ready to be placed on trucks. Still more rockets, in another part of the building, awaited coats of white paint. It was difficult to take in the entire factory at once. There were bodies in constant motion whirring around a variety of bizarre machines. Musk's companies operate out of several other buildings nearby as well. One of these buildings has a curved roof and looks like an airplane hangar. It serves as the research, development, and design studio for Tesla. This is where the company came up with the look for the Model S sedan and its follow-on, the Model X SUV. In the parking lot outside the studio, Tesla has built one of its charging stations, where Los Angeles drivers can top up with electricity for free. It was in my first interview with Musk, which took place at the design studio, that I began to get a sense of how he talked and operated. He's a confident guy, but can come off as shy and awkward. He has a slight South African accent, and like many engineers, will pause while thinking of the exact word he wants. He also has a tendency to speak about technical things in technical terms, with no simplified explanations along the way. Musk expects you to keep up. None of this is off-putting. Musk, in fact, will tell plenty of jokes and can be very charming. It's just that there's a sense of purpose and pressure hanging over any conversation with the man. Musk doesn't really do small talk. Most famous businessmen have assistants surrounding them. Musk mostly moves about SpaceX and Tesla on his own. Inside his companies, he's nothing like the Musk who slinks across a restaurant. He's the guy who owns the joint and strides about with authority. Musk and I talked as he made his way around the design studio's main floor, inspecting parts and vehicles. At each station, employees rushed up to Musk and spewed information at him. He listened intently, processed it, and nodded when satisfied. The people moved away, and Musk shifted over to the next information dump. At one point, Tesla's design chief, Franz von Holzhausen, wanted Musk's take on the seating arrangements for the Model X. As they spoke, a couple of workers jotted down notes, and then they went into a back room and listened to executives from a seller of high-end graphic software trying to convince Musk to buy their products. After that, Musk walked toward the source of a ton of loud noise, a workshop deep in the design studio where Tesla engineers were building part of the 30-foot decorative towers that go outside the charging stations. "That thing looks like it could survive a Category 5 hurricane," Musk said. "Let's thin it up a bit." Musk and I eventually hopped into his car, a black Model S, and zipped back to the main SpaceX building. He described some more worries about the state of the technology industry and said he'd like to see more people build machines and breakthrough devices. "I think there are probably too many smart people pursuing internet stuff, finance, and law," Musk said on the way. "That is part of the reason why we haven't seen as much innovation." Muskland was a revelation. It was the very thing I'd been searching for since coming to San Francisco as a reporter 15 years earlier. San Francisco has a long history with greed. It became a city on the back of the gold rush, with thousands upon thousands of people arriving to try and make their fortunes. Economic highs and lows are the rhythm of this place. And in 2000, San Francisco had been overtaken by the highest of all economic highs, the dot-com boom. The entire populace gave in to a fantasy, a get-rich-quick internet madness. You could feel the energy from this shared delusion. It produced a...
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.